I mean, we're twin brothers. We came out the womb together. We grew up together. It's not really disgusting if it's twins.
When mama got the gun, right? It's no fun when I'm slanging pussy, right?
You actually pulled the trigger?
Yeah, I pulled the trigger.
I didn't know that she was my cousin. But once I found out, I ain't about to stop. Shit.
When you think about hip-hop stars, you think of larger-than-life personalities who dominate the airwaves and make their presence felt all over the internet. But the truth of the matter is, these rappers are just like me and you, imperfect humans with plenty of secrets to hide. And when they do spill the beans in interviews, social media clips, or even their music, the whole world definitely tunes in. These are rappers' most shocking confessions. Let's start with Cardi B. Did she really have an affair with Takeoff? For better or for worse, Cardi B and Offset have created plenty of buzz surrounding their highly eventful marriage, even being branded as hip-hop's most controversial couple. Rumors of their romantic involvement were swirling in 2017, and even though both rappers repeatedly denied that they were in a relationship, Cardi eventually admitted in a tweet that they secretly got married in September of that year. This is probably the least controversial part of their very public marriage. Almost as soon as hip-hop fans were buzzing about their relationship, there were reports, accusations, and telltale signs of problems that were rocking their union. Before 2017 came to an end, there was a video of a man looking like Offset hanging out with a naked woman in a hotel. Fans then had to connect the dots between this video and the fact that Cardi didn't wear her engagement ring at a New Year's Eve public appearance just days later. But later on in 2018, Cardi and Offset appeared to have patched things up, with Offset even insinuating that they could do a joint album in the near future. Since then, it's been rinse and repeat. For the next 5 years, the same pattern would emerge. Rumors of Offset's cheating would surface, Cardi would get all heated up, the two would apparently reconcile, and then stories of infidelity would drive a wedge between them all over again. Then, all of a sudden, Offset would flip the script. In September 2024, his estranged wife, Cardi, was having herself an Instagram live session. Hopping into the comments section, Offset typed, "You with a baby inside, tell the truth." As not long after Offset sent this comment, Cardi tweeted, "And did." Now let's be honest, we've all grown accustomed to Offset being accused of cheating on Cardi by now, but her confession to his claims that happened while she was pregnant with his child? Nobody saw that coming. Let's take a look at what led up to this because, to be honest, everybody knew something was up. Cardi put out some cryptic tweets. One read, "Please God cover me from the evil I can't see." Another read, "A hurt Mika will do the unthinkable." Cardi even hopped on Instagram Live to let the world know how she felt about the father of her children.
I'm too much of a boss for you, and I've always been too good for you. I've been too good for you. I've been too good for anything that is associated to you. So you gotta just to make yourself feel better, because I make you feel so low about yourself. Because I don't make you feel like you're that in this home. So that's what you gotta do. So you out here trying to hurt my feelings because you the next. I don't give a. I don't give a.
If things weren't already looking bad enough for Offset, a screenshot of Cardi supposedly revealing that she had a relationship with the late Takeoff started circulating. The same Takeoff that Offset had made music with as part of Migos. Cardi B was quick to shut this down, replying to the tweet calling it fake and weird. Offset can breathe a sigh of relief knowing the reality of a potential affair between Cardi B and his deceased Migos brother went away. But Cardi's confession to the whole world that she was involved with someone else while carrying their third child wasn't going anywhere. Cardi received a ton of support on social media, with people believing her behavior was completely justified after the years of stress and infidelity that Offset put her through. However, some people were on Offset's end of the stick, believing it was wrong simply because of the fact that she was pregnant with his child. One tweet read, "Having sex with another man while pregnant with someone else's baby just to get back at him is crazy. Doesn't matter if he cheated. What happened to self-respect?" Social media didn't waste any time speculating about who Cardi B stepped out with. One thing is for sure, no matter who it is, Offset gotta be going through it right now. What do y'all think? Did Offset deserve the brutal get back that Cardi B dished out? Is Cardi in the wrong because she was having relations with another man while she was pregnant with Offset's baby? Let us know in the comments below. let's talk about Lil Wayne and his close call with the Grim Reaper. Throughout his illustrious career, Lil Wayne has never lacked bravado when rocking the stage or dropping hit singles that trend worldwide. But this next story is a grim reminder that moments of weakness happen to the best of us, even Weezy F Baby himself. In a 2021 appearance on the Uncomfortable Conversations podcast, Wayne told a story of a mental health crisis that he dealt with at the age of 12. You see, even at that tender age, Wayne had fallen madly in love with hip-hop. So, when an aunt told him that his mom would be putting an end to his hip-hop aspirations in light of an incident in which he was caught skipping school, the young man's world crumbled.
Main thought was, I'm gonna show you. Main thought was, I'm gonna show you.
What were you gonna show her?
So, I picked up the phone, I called the police. Yes, I knew where she kept her gun. And it was in her bedroom. And so I went in her bedroom, grabbed the gun. I already made the phone call.
Grabbing a Glock from his mother's bedroom, Wayne fired a shot at his chest, but not before calling the police. Perhaps, had Wayne decided not to place a phone call to the cops, he might not have made it after all. It was, in fact, police officers that discovered him in his state. What was even more saddening about Wayne's confession is him adding that he realized he had mental health problems.
Start thinking again, I had to get myself mad and notice that I didn't have to. That's what scared me. How I know I had mental health problems was I pulled the trigger.
You actually pulled the trigger?
Yeah, I pulled the trigger.
Where'd you shoot?
In my chest. Didn't feel a thing from my heart, and didn't feel a thing though, so I wasn't going through any pain. It was a shock.
Wayne's situation could have been much worse, but even as he lay about to leave this world, he had a life-changing realization. While he held on for dear life, he figured out why he wasn't moving to the great beyond just yet.
It took too long. It took too long for it, meaning that death. It took too long. So I was still just laying there. I didn't feel a thing. I said, shit, I said, I'm here for a reason. Had on like my little school shirt, so therefore it was cotton and we had wood floors.
Wayne's close call with death bears similarities with another rapper's miserably low point. In a 2009 interview, fellow hip-hop icon Eminem revealed that he too considered ending it all in the midst of his drug and alcohol addiction. M said, I just wasn't taking care of myself. At times I wanted to give it up. I was in a dark place. I wanted to pull back from the spotlight to reassess my whole career. Thankfully, Eminem, whom Wayne collaborated with on the hit single No Love, pulled it through and started anew in his personal and professional life. Wayne went on to reveal that, because of that incident back in his formative years, his relationship with his mother changed for good. We're glad these two legends are still here with us today, as they've made such a big impact on the industry and the world as a whole. Just goes to show that even the darkest of times can create a positive spark. Speaking of turning a negative into a positive, Kendrick Lamar has made a career out of writing lyrical poetry fueled by challenging circumstances. In his first 4 albums, Kendrick has painted masterpieces depicting the harsh realities of Compton and the moral corruption of the United States. Then, out of nowhere, he dropped a bombshell about his own personal transgressions in his latest full-length project. To set the table for this big revelation, we need to look at how Kendrick characterized himself in his discography up to that point. While he has made no pretense about being a perfect man, Kendrick has told the world how he remains even keeled amidst all the distractions around him. If we are to believe what he says in his songs, Kendrick remains anchored on his faith in God, the upbringing of his parents, and his devotion to his longtime partner Whitney. Listening to songs like Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, How Much a Dollar Cost, and Love, you get the sense that Kendrick could be what he says he is, a good kid who made it out of his mad city. But this image might have been shattered for good when Kendrick revealed a rather huge skeleton in his closet. The revelation came in his 2022 album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. On the song Worldwide Steppers, Kendrick reveals how he cheated on Whitney by having a sexual affair with another woman while on tour. Next time I f***ed a white bitch was out in Copenhagen. Good Kid, Mad City tour, I flourished on them stages. Whitney asked, did I have a problem? I said I might be racist. Ancestors watching me was like retaliation. In that same song, Kendrick labels his problem as a lust addiction, though this admission must have been jarring for Kendrick's fans who looked up to him from day one. Kendrick's acknowledgement of the problem is but one side of the story. As a matter of fact, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is his heartfelt effort to essentially rehab his soul after years of carrying profound guilt. By the penultimate song, Mother I Sober, Kendrick claims triumph after coming clean and letting go of generational trauma, thus setting up a better future for his two young kids. So I set free the power of Whitney. May she heal us all, so I set free our children. May good karma keep them with God, so I set free the hearts filled with hatred. Keep our bodies sacred as I set free all you abusers. This is transformation. Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers isn't exactly a radio-friendly record, but in the story of Kung Fu Kenny from Compton, this chapter filled with mind-blowing confessions is all too important. Tupac Shakur had his fair share of mind-blowing claims while he still lived, but perhaps the most hair-raising of them all was his premonition about his death. Granted, Tupac didn't exactly live a well-guarded life. After all, he had ties with a street gang that lived life on Los Angeles' fast lane. In 1994, Tupac was infamously robbed and shot at a recording studio in Manhattan, an incident that turned his friendship with the notorious B.I.G. into an abyss of hurt feelings and betrayal. Tupac survived that incident, but the psychological scars had a long-lasting impact. Maybe it was his exposure to the main streets. Maybe it was his 1994 ordeal in New York. For whatever reason, Tupac apparently knew in his heart of hearts that he would not have an incredibly long life on this earth. He said as much in his song If I Die Tonight, where he raps, I hope they bury me and send me to my rest. Headlines reading murder to death, my last breath. In another song, entitled Nigga Unchanged, he eerily proclaims, I've been shot and murdered. Can't tell you how it happened word for word. Who can forget the music video for I Ain't Mad at Ya, which was filmed just weeks before his death? In this video, Pac leaves an event, gets shot multiple times and dies in an ambulance. This can all be chalked up to coincidence, but a revelation by one of Tupac's friends makes all of this downright haunting. In a 2022 appearance on the Art of Dialogue podcast, New York rapper Smooth B told a story in which he and Tupac spoke about fatherhood. When Smooth B commented that Tupac would make a great dad, Tupac brushed off the compliment, insinuating he didn't believe he would live long enough to have kids. He didn't think he would live past 25.
I said, you'll make a great father. And he was like, nah, I ain't gonna be no father. I said, what you talking about? He said, I ain't gonna be around long enough to have kids. And I said, what the f you talking about, Pop? And he was like, oh no, I seen it already.
Sadly, those words would turn out to be prophetic. On September 13th, 1996, Tupac Shakur drew his last breath after succumbing to injuries in a Las Vegas drive-by shooting. He was 25. This didn't seem like just a confession. It was as if Tupac knew what was coming, which makes it all the more sad to look back on. Many years after Tupac blessed the mic with his unparalleled storytelling, gangster culture and hip-hop remained strong as ever. Some rappers push this to the extreme, and in the case of Von Off 1700, proudly tell the world about what they've done. In a June 2024 appearance on the No Jumper podcast, the Chicago rapper engaged in a discussion with host Adam22 about the culture of violence on the streets. When Adam22 commented that some of the older folks wanted the violence to stop, Von interjected by saying exactly where he stood on the matter.
It's crazy because a lot of times I'll talk to like older people who are from similar environments, and they always want to like try to find a way to put an end to the murder and everything. But then when I talk to the younger dudes, a lot of times
they lying, talking about something, incriminating themselves on interviews. Look, for we is the ops for. I don't get no. We is killing they ass. For. So tell them we is them for. That's what we doing to the ops for. When they die, look at us. Yes.
To be fair, Adam gave him a chance to clear up whether he was playing make-believe or not. Von didn't back down one bit. These words have led some hip-hop fans to think that Von was behind a shooting incident that took place in the summer of 2023. On that fateful day, a 31-year-old man named Anton Benoit was pumping gas into his car at a Shell station in Chatham, Chicago. Suddenly, 3 men got out of a black Dodge Durango and opened fire at Benoit, shooting him. During his interview with Adam 22, Vaughn further fueled speculation by insisting that he and his crew were all about that life.
If I sit right here and say, yeah, I him motherfucker yesterday, and then it so happened a news article got shot yesterday, what they gonna say I did it just cause I said it?
Nah.
Alright then, so I just 2 motherfuckers yesterday and 2 motherfuckers just died. So come lock me up.
The time will tell if the confession of Von Off 1700 was indeed an honest admission or nothing more than an empty boast, because it damn sure was bold. As far as interesting content goes, Adam 22 has gotten quite a few bombshells to go off on his No Jumper podcast. Less than a year before Von's braggadocious tirade, Adam had the Island Boys on his show. What was so special about these 2 young men from Florida? Adam was about to find out. In October 2021, Frankie and Alex Venegas, both 20 years of age, went viral for their distinct appearances and their songs about being Island Boys. They took TikTok by storm, and they engaged in social media beef with the likes of Jake and Logan Paul, as well as Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg.
One, let me tell you something. George, stop talking. We have multiple.
Wait, that was. Yeah. Hey, that was for you guys.
Yeah, you
that wasn't like a hate shot.
I don't need financial advice when I probably make more money than you.
But that was me being nice. It wasn't me being like an asshole. I could be. I could turn it up and be an asshole.
Being an asshole is not gonna go in your favor. But look.
No, it could go in my favor.
You really don't want to go there, bro.
I could go there because I was giving you guys nice advice and you guys were being.
Hey George, keep talking. I'm gonna walk out.
Here, I'm moving for you. I was giving you nice advice, bro.
I agree with that.
Then, in 2023, they took viral to a different level when they uploaded a video that showed them making out with each other. Not long after that video, Adam 22 invited the twin tandem to his podcast, where they ended up adding to their infamy.
I'm trying to picture myself making out with him, and it just really sounds unappealing. How did you get over that? Were you disgusted by the idea at first, or how, like I don't even know where to go with this. Like how did you feel about it?
Without missing a beat, these boys admitted that they had zero problem with what they pulled off in that video. Apparently, coming from the same womb made it okay for them to kiss each other for all the world to see. With a straight face, Frankie and Alex justified their actions and never missed a beat. Just to drive the point home, the Island Boys went on to confirm their preference.
Your friend, you don't really know him like that. We're still heterosexual. Yeah. So we still we kind of just made out or whatever. We kissed and then we just like looked the other way for a few minutes and couldn't look at each other, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Just a kid.
So it didn't feel sexual?
It didn't feel, no, if you don't put too much thought to it, it didn't feel sexual.
There you have it. The Island Boys are heterosexual. They get plenty of pussy, and if making out with each other will get them more views, they do it again in a heartbeat. If you were expecting either one of the Island Boys to express disgust at a stunt they performed for publicity, think again. Love it or hate it, these twin brothers kissed each other and liked it. More viral moments came by way of the No Jumper podcast when Milwaukee rapper JP pulled up in April 2024. Leading up to that podcast appearance, JP had made quite a name for himself with his fun, melodic songs. After releasing the album Class Act in November 2022, JP went viral in early 2024 with his single Bad Bitty, an infectious anthem designed to get partygoers rocking the club. Obviously, there was much to talk about when JP entered the No Jumper zone. But, of all things, the hosts decided to bring up some rumors about the rapper's sexual activity. Right there and then, JP told a story dating back to around 2019.
So, about like 4-5 years ago, I had relations with a young man, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
No Diddy.
No Diddy, nigga. This no motherfucking joke. This is real. Anyways, so it was about like 4-5 years ago, right? So like everybody, everybody knew at least like all my niggas and like they all knew, like, but nobody getting cause like who gonna do something to me? Yeah. And I was still putting these bitches. So everybody was like, so like the pictures and shit been around type shit. But like as soon as my shit started going viral and I got to name somebody else, a little shorty leaked them.
JP then added that he wasn't quite affected by what anyone had to say. He also implied that episode in his life didn't quite reflect his sexual activity on the regular.
Now I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
But they had the facts wrong. They had the facts wrong, so they, you know what I'm saying? I'm a transparent nigga.
Yeah.
I don't give a what anybody got to say. So come on, man.
You also said though, I don't like niggas. I just cracked that nigga. So what does that mean?
You heard it.
It makes sense. Hold on. So you was gay for a moment.
Hold on, young nigga.
He wasn't gay. He wasn't gay.
Look,
gay for a moment.
No, hold on, young nigga. Look, I'm gonna explain it to you. I'm gonna break it down. Look,
this is crazy.
So check it out, right?
Yeah.
You call it what you want to. Quite frankly, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
In my head, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got everybody else, they live by certain principles, codes, and morals, and ethics, and you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. I don't give a damn. So the same way in my head, the same way you would make a decision to do something, I made a decision to do something.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I didn't give a damn about it. Now, all of the extra, you know what I'm saying, all the extra, you know what I'm saying, extracurricular shit come with it. That's not really me. I just, you know what I'm saying,
he just
do with anyone, but like I'm saying, I done plenty of bitch.
Say what you will about JP, but you can't deny how happy the dude is after his streams went up as a result of the buzz that he generated. One expert in generating online buzz is Lil Nas X. In 2019, he made an admission that took a lot of courage on his part, knowing that he'd get plenty of backlash all across the internet. When that year began, his single Old Town Road was fast becoming popular after being released independently. One commercial re-release and Billy Ray Cyrus remix later, you could not walk one block to the ice cream store without hearing this song booming through some speakers. The song went on to be certified diamond, and it stayed on top of the Billboard Hot 100 for a record-setting 19 straight weeks, establishing Lil Nas X as a force to be reckoned with. In the midst of this mainstream success, the rapper took to social media to make even more headlines. After sending out a tweet asking his fans to listen to his latest song, Lil Nas X made his admission. Just 'cause I'm gay, don't mean I'm not straight. Listeners of his song Closure now understood his lyrics more clearly. Ain't no more acting, man. That forecast say I should just let me grow. No more red light for me, baby. Only green. I gotta go. Lil Nas X understood the huge risk he was taking by admitting that he is gay. In a July 2019 interview with BBC, he acknowledged that homosexuality was not really accepted in either the country or hip-hop communities. Country and hip-hop, of course, are the two genres that gave birth to his hit single Old Town Road.
Because it's like, especially within the country and the hip-hop communities, which both songs combine, it's like, it's not really accepted in either, so.
In the same interview, he said that he was already getting plenty of negative reactions with regard to this latest development.
You expecting any backlash?
Oh, I'm already getting it.
Oh yeah, how does that feel?
I mean, learning the internet over the past couple of years, you know, I used to be that person being negative, so it's like, I'm not angry or anything, because it's like, I understand, you know, how they just want that reaction.
Years after he made the admission, Lil Nas X expressed hope that things could change in the hyper-masculine environment of hip-hop. In a 2021 cover interview with GQ, he said, "Change is happening. 10 years from now, everything that I'm doing won't even seem like it was shocking." Here's something that's shocking though. Casher Quan and how he drove another man absolutely crazy. Take a look at Casher Quan's discography and you'll see how much he loves performing songs that have the word scam in the title. Scams and Grams, Scamming in Mexico, How to Scam, 25 Scams, the list goes on. It turns out that Casher Quan is all about that life even when he's not in the booth. In a November 2023 interview uploaded on the Say Cheese channel, Casher Quan told a wild story about making a doctor think that he was an IRS agent. At some point in the interview, Casher Quan wanted to make it clear that he was way ahead of the game as far as hustling was concerned. He pulled out a phone, called a friend, and wanted his friend to state on the record how many times Casher Quan scammed some dude.
When I take my phone off, you're not gonna be able to hear me because this phone tripping. So look, we in the middle of an interview right now. So how many times did I scam that Garrett Bell guy? You remember him? How long was I scamming? Tell me how long was I scamming him for, and how many times did I scam him? Say it right now. How many times did I scam him? 20 times. I'm gonna call you back.
We can all agree that scamming a man 20 times is a pretty awful thing to do. But Casher Quan made an even more explosive claim. He didn't agree with what his friend said. He claimed that he scammed the guy 200 times.
But I scammed the guy not 20 times, like 200 times. I scammed this man 200 times. No over exaggeration. 200 times. Like for 2 years straight. He lost his job. His wife divorced him. Like,
if this story is true, what would all that scamming do to a person's mental? Some very, very nasty things, of course. Casher Quan went on to describe in detail how his scamming affected the man's job, marriage, and well-being.
Bro, this real, bro. Like, this is really real. This man lost his wife. He down there trying to slit he went to the hospital and sent me a picture of him trying to slit his arm, bro. Because I'm taking all his cash, bro. I'm telling him I work for the IRS. You done sent me $20,000 already. The IRS is investigating this. I got his social, so every time I block him for 2 weeks. As soon as he get paid, I'll call him. Like the IRS just called me and they said it's $2,500 in your bank account. Leave work right now and send me that, or they finna you up. This man is working at the hospital, Sean, cutting people heart open. A doctor, a real doctor, making $2,500 a week. He like, bro, I'm in the middle of surgery. Like, leaving work to go MoneyGram me his whole paycheck, bro. If the feds see this, I might go to jail.
Here's the wildest thing about this story. In an Instagram post sometime after this interview, Casher Quan claimed that he was just 15 when he drove the doctor crazy, caused his wife to divorce him, and cost him his job. Some people will doubt whether this confession is even real or not. Scamming a man 200 times is crazy, but scamming a man 200 times and then jumping online bragging about it? Absolutely wild. But judging from Quana's interest in the fine art of scamming, this story could turn out to be true after all. How the hell you get scammed 200 times anyway? The truth can come as a shock to anyone, but how you react to it is another story. Just ask Kevin Gates. In 2015, the rapper took to Instagram to let the whole world know what he just found out. The woman he'd been dating for the past 3 months was actually his cousin. What's even wilder is he had no intention of ending the relationship. "I ain't about to stop f***ing with her," said Gates in his IG video. Y'all done got the hard part out of the way. Why f*** up a good thing? Did it matter that it was his own grandma that broke the news to him? Did it matter that sleeping with one's cousin is generally frowned upon? Nope. Gates was unfazed by any of that and just did his thing. No biggie. Fast forward to 2022, and Gates still had no regrets having sexual relations with his own relative. In an appearance on Young Miami's Caresha Please podcast, he recounted the events that led to him finding out the truth. And this man even tried to justify his actions by playing the culture card.
So my grandma asked you, baby, who your people is? She pulled me to the side and said, baby, that's your cousin. I ain't about to stop.
What?
The damage has been done.
So how that made you feel? That's your cousin. That's your cousin.
I didn't know you my whole life. I just found this out. We already been thugging. And we still good friends to this day, but that's how it is down south. Like, I come from a big family. I mean, just my mama, like one of her brothers, one of her uncles got 22 kids. One of my grandfather's brothers got 22 kids, just one of them. It's about 18 of them, everything double digits. So, we beautiful.
Gates then doubled down on his lack of remorse. The man really didn't give a damn about incest.
I didn't know that she was my cousin. But once I found out, I ain't about to stop. Shit, we already out you. We already out you. And then she wasn't no close cousin. She like my third cousin or something. I don't know. I don't care. Don't care. So not so. We'll do it again.
Even suggesting that he do the act again. Sleeping with your cousin? Insane. But sleeping with your cousin and proclaiming to the whole world you gonna do it again? It doesn't get more shocking than that. There you have it, some of rappers' most shocking confessions. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you want a part 2. We upload weekly. Thanks for watching, y'all. Yo, looking for something else to watch while you eat? I gotcha. Check out rappers who are in jail and why. Number 2's reason for getting jailed is pretty ridiculous.